Well, hi again, everyone. Matt Laughlin along with Amanda Stein. Welcome to our Road to the Draft podcast here on NewJerseyDevils.com, and we make our way ever closer to June 21st. And Amanda, we are very excited about our guests today. We have with us Hugh Weber. He is the president of HBSE. Just what did it mean to get that first pick? What's it all about on the business side, personal side, hockey side?
People, I think, think about the draft as a weekend event, and it's actually a marathon, and that you're just showing up for the last 200 yards when you tune in. There's a tremendous amount of work that our scouts do all year round. Travel, the air miles that are put in, the hours, the time away from family, to Marty's point, to get to the fact you've got good intelligence about these players. So you go to Toronto and you get that lottery ball to hit your way. It literally just accelerated and amplified everything we were doing, because now we became center stage for the hockey world in terms of this incredibly world-class problem to have, which is the number one pick. But it'll be a really exciting weekend and an incredible pivotal weekend for this franchise.
And you're the one who knew before everybody else. I know we've talked about it, but can you sort of explain what that moment is where you're in that secluded room and you see the balls drop in our favor?
Yeah, so unlike on television where they do them in reverse order, they start with the number one pick, and what they hand you is a sheet of 1,000 number combinations, and as if I'm going to look at it and memorize them all with your name next to them. And so these numbers came up, and I candidly am half out of it, and then they say the Devils, and
like, what?
It's insane. So now it's almost like watching the end of the movie first, and now they actually come on with a national broadcast, and you're watching it live on TV, and you know the answer, and so it's pretty exciting. But they've taken your phone, and you can't tell anybody, you can't call anybody, you can't tweet about it, you can't do anything. So it's about the longest hour and a half of your life.
It's kind of like the handshake at the end of a Stanley Cup playoff.
Yeah.
Like you're bubbling inside, but you're like, sorry. Yeah. Good series. And you're like, yeah, we won.
The most dangerous thing is a GM trying to get involved in scouting. Amateur scouting, I think its idea is you have your criteria, you ask the questions, you ask why, and obviously make them accountable and ask those questions. But at the end, they're the ones to see the players. We're all here for the same reason, and that's to improve this hockey club, and that's a challenge, but exciting, and I think it's an exciting time with where we are. Obviously, we have a first-round pick, 3 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks, and 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So we have 10 picks overall. 10 picks overall. So in terms of the type of player, you got to be a self-starter, competitive. You have to have grit. You have to be a team-first player, and that is staff and players. You're drafting off criteria. They know what that is. That's communication as to what we're about. And we talk about what a Devil could be. We're looking right away at, okay, we have the first overall pick. If this happens, if we have these 3 guys, what do you think and why? We keep going. How about these 3 guys? And you kind of play it out at the different scenarios that could happen, and so you're prepared for them.
All right, Nick, ready for start in Europe?
Yeah, so obviously number 1 is Kakko. He's a man already. Every new stage he has entered, he's been the best player.
The best he played was in the playoffs, and even the other team said their only goal was to slow down an 18-year-old kid so they could advance in the series. He knows he's good, and that's how his coach said too. He knows he's good, but he also expects a lot from himself.
Resume speaks for itself, obviously, with Jack Hughes. His doing of the game, obviously, on ice is what separates him from everybody else in the draft is acceleration, skill, ability to make plays at full speed.
I think he's going to be quick enough, fast enough, smart enough down low to not get tied up with big guys, to understand where he's at, and he'll use the God-given talents that he has to play defense. Quickness, quick stick, moving pucks, transition, get out of the zone, and then he's back on offense.
And the head scout, Paul Castro, he's got to delegate, he's got to trust his staff, which he does. Tommy Sinisalo, who is one of our scouts over in Europe, Tommy's got a great relationship with Kakko, and he spent a lot of time with him. I know Jack's parents. I've known Jack's dad for a long time, and back when he was playing at Providence College, and I helped him out when I was in the agents business as a player. We got plenty of background on him. If things don't go well, I get blamed. If things go well, they're going to get the credit for it. That's the way it should be. Alrighty, here's where it starts. If we did move anywhere, here's our pick.
Define success for me.
Say in life, it's kind of
making a purpose and achieving that, right? Dedicating your life to something or dedicating time to something and ending up achieving it and maybe doing better than that.